Now it's a podcast. You know what that means?
Roll that intro.
Yes, sir. Hello, my name's Zach.
And my name is Nick.
And this is Careless Opinion Podcast.
Oh, yeah, it is there, bud.
It is, dear bud.
And you know the best way to start a podcast?
Tell me.
What are you sipping on?
I am sipping on Sweet Water's, it's called Dancing Gummy Bear.
Oh.
It is a raspberry sour beer, and it's pretty fire.
That sounds amazing.
What you drinking?
I'm being basic. It's called F Cancer Seltzer Strawberry by Skyflaw.
Oh, that's actually a really good one. I've had that before. That is really good. So what's today's topic, boy?
Well, today it is young and dumb.
Yeah, it is.
And we're both of those things currently.
Yep. Nope. we're half of that.
We're half of that. Okay.
Young.
That's fair.
Yeet. Yeet. God, we're stupid. Anyway. So young and dumb. Where do you start? Rev it up, dude.
All right, I have a cutesy story to start this off.
Ease them in.
I'll ease them in.
Ease them in.
It's a line and sinker.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, so Sir Zach and I have known each other for quite a long time. Since kindergarten.
Maybe.
We've known each other for a very long time.
Yeah, we had nap time together.
Okay.
We slept next to each other.
Weird flex, but okay.
We slept next to each other during nap time.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, we've known each other for a long time. It's not a weird flex. That's an awesome flex.
Awesome flex.
Screw you, dude. Awesome flex, but okay. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Anyways, our teacher had this thing where we had a bear, and it was like the sharing or the caring or something.
It was the I think it was the sharing bear.
The sharing bear.
No. Was it?
A talking bear?
It's something like that.
Something like a bear.
Something like that.
But we had like this physical bear, and we would get into like a cute little circle, and like we could only talk if we held the bear. So yeah, do you remember that?
Cute.
I own that bear.
You what?
I own that bear.
Dude, we need it for the studio.
We need it for the studio.
We
really
my
need
parents. We need to get that ASAP.
Yeah,
we really do because we need that for the studio for sure.
Well, I think that's when I learned that you were colorblind.
I already knew in kindergarten. I found out before that.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, when you're coloring the sky purple and the grass yellow, pretty obvious. Pretty apparent.
I remember my dinosaur with the orange sparkly.
Remember, I'll make this really quick to give anyone a little information on how I found out I was colorblind.
I want to know this.
It's really funny. I laugh about it to this day. My mom was like, I was heartbroken. I was like, I think it's funny as hell. I was in preschool, and my parents got a phone call saying, when you come to pick up Zach today, we need to talk to you. It's really important. And my parents were very worried, obviously, and they came up to the school, and they're like, so Zach has been doing some drawings lately, and we want to show them to you. And my parents are looking at these drawings, and they're like, okay, what's going on? And the teacher was like, I'll show you.
It's a decapitation, man.
No. That'd be a whole other realm of problems. You're thinking, it's going to turn to the Omen?
I'm sorry, go ahead. I can't resist.
You're good. I was actually waiting for that comment to come up. I was like, I know he's going to do it. And so my parents, they watch, and I come over, and the teacher hands me a purple crayon. And she goes, what color is this? And I went, blue. She goes, what color is the sky that you drew in your picture? And I'm like, blue. Nah, it's purple. And then she gave me a yellow crown. What color is this? Bright green. What color is your grass in your picture? Bright green. Nah, it's yellow. The sun that was in the picture, it was bright green. And she looks at my parents, and she's like, so Zach is colorblind. And then I had to get tested, and lo and behold, colorblind as shit. It's brutal. It's pretty bad. So yeah, there you go. Fun little fact is how I found out I was colorblind. Fun little young and dumb add to that. It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
It's pretty good. So we'll start after. Let's start with the senior picnic.
Oh, God.
Because so all these stories I've noticed kind of center around us being in high school, because this is when the dumb really came out.
Yeah, I think that's for anybody.
Yeah, these are the better dumb stories for sure. So let's start with the senior picnic, man.
Yeah, we tried to weasel our way out the entire time.
We tried to escape.
The entire time. For like 4 hours.
So the way the senior picnic works is we got to sleep in. We had to be at school by 11, or like 10, I think. No, we had to be there by 11.
Be there by 11.
Because it started at 11:30. We had to be there by 11. At 11:30, all the seniors who were graduating got to go outside to the field, and they had like jumps and like giant tic-tac-toe and like giant Connect Four. They had cornhole. It was awesome. It sounds in concept, wow, that's sick. That's sick for a solid 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes in, real cool.
Yeah.
Minute 6 starts to suck.
Yeah.
So
didn't take us long to try and get out.
No.
It's kind of funny. They even allowed Nathan, and he didn't graduate with us.
Yeah, I found that weird. Found that really weird that he was there.
I think even a few of the teachers were like, "Dude, why are you here?"
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you're good.
I had to throw that in there.
So like we're doing like senior day or whatever. And I noticed also a lot of people had skipped school. A lot of people just didn't show up, I noticed.
They're smart.
And what was so stupid about it though, because they told us like it was a part of your credit base. But yet, all the people who didn't show up still got to graduate.
Yeah.
And by all the people, I mean all the football players and cheerleaders whose mommies and daddies worked for the school didn't have to show up, but you know. Whatever. Anyway. And so, about noon rolled around, and I looked at Nick, and I devised a plan. I was going to get us out of there.
I feel like you were devising that plan, like days before this even happened.
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Probably. I don't remember. It's hard to remember that far back at this point. God, we're old. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and I'm like, all right, here's the plan. I'm going to tell them I left my cell phone inside the school. And what we'll do is we'll get inside the school, and we'll walk around it, and we'll go through the front door where your car's parked, and we'll just dip. Like, genius, let's do it. So I tell a teacher that. I'm like, oh, I left my cell phone. Nick's going to go with me to get it. And they're like, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. So we go. We had to walk through the school because we couldn't be like, oh, I left my cell phone in Nick's car, because then we'd be like, oh, really? Did you now? Because no, you didn't. You just want to leave. So we get into the school, and we were like, all right, Operation Minty Hippo is a go. We got to get the hell out of here. And so we get to the front door, and we're in the clear. We're like, we did it.
Yeah.
We're walking out, and out of nowhere, like a fucking ghost, like one of the administrators, excuse me, where are you going? And I'm like, damn it. And I'm like, I left my cell phone in my car, and he has the keys, so I need to go get it. And she goes, okay, yeah, no, that's fine. Why do you need a phone? I was like, oh, we're seniors. We're part of the picnic. Oh, I totally understand. You want to take pictures. Ha ha. And I'm like, yeah. I want to leave. Please stop talking to me. And she goes, well, tell you what, I'll walk you guys to your car. I'm like, son of a bitch, we're caught. Damn it. We got like 5 steps out the door, and I reached my back pocket. I was like, oh my God, it was in my pocket the whole time. And she's like, oh my gosh, that happens to me too. I'm like, you stupid motherfucker.
Either you actually do that, or you knew.
Or you knew what was happening.
I feel like they had like little speakers. They were like, these weird kids.
Hey, you know those kids that wear skinny jeans? Yeah. They're trying to sneak out.
They've been trying to leave. I saw them try and climb a fence.
We did. We came very close when we got caught. What are you doing? Climbing.
This isn't part of. This is the amusement.
No.
Oh, okay, we'll get down. Don't shoot us.
My bad. Shit. So they told us. So it ended at 1:30, and we had to go back to our home rooms and go sit for like almost an hour. Yeah. And I was like, no, we're not doing that.
Like, we've already turned in our books. Like, I don't even think we brought backpacks.
We didn't.
Yeah, because there was no point. Not. I found a yearbook and kept it.
That makes sense. So we decided, like, all right, we gotta get out of here. I'm not gonna go sit in homeroom for an hour.
Yeah, no.
Like, screw that noise. And we were like, kind of like leading the end of the pack. We're like, it's like me, you, and Nathan, and we're walking. And I'm like, all right, here's the deal. We'll get up by the bleachers and by the trailers, break left, and we can backtrack to the parking lot. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
And that is exactly what we did. And we did not get stopped. We were so sneaky. We made it.
Did we duck behind cars? I feel like we did.
We did.
I'm pretty sure
because
we did.
Dewey, the patrol guy,
oh yeah,
on his little golf cart,
yeah.
was driving around, and we saw him. We're like, duck, 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 duck. We're like hiding behind cars. We're like, he saw us. We're screwed. We're screwed. He just drove right past, kept going. I was like, get to your car now. Yeah, we escaped. We escaped. We made it, guys. We made it. We did it.
We did. And then we just drove to Nathan's house, which was literally like...
Could have walked, but
yeah.
We drove instead. We had to hide.
Yeah.
We had to hide the evidence.
And then we did we walk to QT?
We walked to, we went to the local Sonic, where all the scene kids hung out.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Because I remember walking back to because I parked my car at his house.
Yeah, and then we
walked... For some whatever reason.
I think we walked to Sonic, and then,
we got Route 44s.
Yeah, we literally just walked there to get drinks and walk back, because we were like, nah. Because school was out at this point, too, finally, so I was like, if we walk, it'll look like we were just walking home from school.
Yeah.
We had, kind of a devised plan a little bit to make it seem like we were there the whole day.
Yeah. Because I remember walking back, you were just flipping a coin.
Oh, was that the same day? Oh,
that was the same day.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're just flipping a coin.
You take the stage for this one. You love this shit.
I love this story so much. So, I remember... So, from our high school to Nathan's house was literally just like...
A 2-minute walk.
2-minute walk.
At most.
And so, we're walking back to get my car. And the entire way, Zach's just flipping this coin. He's just flipping a coin. I don't remember why you were flipping the coin. But you're flipping the coin.
I know why I was flipping the coin.
Why were you, okay.
I remember.
Why were you flipping the coin, Zach?
I had convinced our friend Nathan, since coins, it's 50-50 chance when you flip it. I convinced him that I was like, statistically, which, by the way, this is all bullshit. This is not real. I just knew he'd fall for it because I love to screw with Nathan. Because he didn't like me, and I played all that. You don't like me? Great. I'm going to give you a reason not to like me. That's how I worked, okay? And so I told him, I said, did you know if you flip a coin 10 times in a row, it'll always land on tails 5 times, always land on heads 5 times? And he said, no way. And I went, yeah, it will. And it's based on luck. And boy, was my luck strong that day. Because it ended up on tails 7 times in a row.
Yeah, I remember you just it kept and Nathan was getting so mad.
He was mad. He was mad because he didn't like me.
Okay.
Let's be real here.
Okay, that's fair. Anyway. I just remember, we get to his house, and you're just sitting there flipping the coin. And like you said, it literally was just kept hitting tails and tails. And so, for whatever reason, Nathan decided that it would be a smart idea to charge Zach. Don't know why. Don't know if he wanted to tackle him, snag the coin.
We don't know the intentions. Yeah. Because he didn't get that far.
Yeah, he's in his embroidered work t-shirt. It was super funny because he just barrel rolls, not roll, but just barrels at Zach, darting towards him. And so I was like, it'd be really funny. And so I just stuck my foot out. And I tripped him, and he just falls and he skids and everything, and I guess you drop the coin, and he just sees it. He's like, "It's tails! Why is it tails? Yeah. Why is it tails?"
He ran, and as he ran and he tripped, I was like, "Hey Nathan, heads or tails?" Flipped it and threw it on the ground and landed on tails.
And he wasn't mad that he got tripped. He wasn't mad that now his arms are all scraped up. He was mad that it landed on tails. I love that so much. He wasn't mad at me. He was mad at you.
For no reason. All I did was flip a coin, dude.
Just a 20-minute walk. The entire way it was tails. Oh, it's heads. Tails. Tails. Tails.
Tails. He was so... I don't know why he was so mad about that.
I don't know.
I just genuinely think he hated me. So it was any reason to hate this guy more.
Oh, man.
Coin flipping asshole. I was a toothpick and a pompadour away from being in a gang. Hey, kid.
Hey, kid.
Oh, you like coins?
You like coins?
Want to know a statistic? Look like an asshole flipping a coin.
Nathan was an odd one, though.
Yeah. So speaking of Nathan,
yeah.
Our next topic, Frogger.
Some of you may know Frogger, the video game.
Yeah,
Nathan,
classic.
Nathan liked to play real life Frogger. He was
Sitting here shaking my head, like out of just pure annoyance.
So, he absolutely loved waiting for cars to go by and finding those split instances where he could hop across to cross the road. Like he was playing Frogger, and he would just be doing this like little laugh
I know
the
it.
entire
Do
way.
you want me to do the laugh?
Do the laugh. You can do it perfect.
Nathan,
it's like a Seth Rogen laugh almost.
It's like a dwindling Seth Rogen laugh. He had this laugh where he would go, dude, throw his head back and they go, is that accurate?
That's perfect.
Yeah, it's every time, dude, every time, for every occasion.
Any occasion, he would be hopping, like dodging cars, getting honked at, and he'd be like,
He'd be like halfway through traffic, he's, we're just on the other side like good little noodles.
Like good
We're
noodles,
just
yeah.
like, you're an idiot. You're gonna get
noodle.
creamed by a semi one day, Final Destination. What's wrong with you?
Nathan, if you listen to this,
Why do you hate me?
I love you, but you do stupid stuff.
Oh, God. Oh, Frogger. My favorite part about all of it, actually, is, so, like, we'd be going to, like, a quick trip or something. We'd be walking. Me and you are waiting. Nathan makes it across traffic. And then we get to Quick Trip, and we're like, all right, let's go to Quick Trip. And as we're walking in, he's like walking out like super proud that he already got his like drink and like his pack of cigarettes. He's like, beat you guys to it. We're like, was it a race, idiot?
Was it worth it?
Was almost dying worth it? Yeah. Good God. Yeah, that happened. He did that.
Yeah.
He really did that. And then to continue with like our senior year, because this is, and we're in our senior year of high school. So,
Yeah, this is just volume 1. Like,
yeah. So freaking remember senior skip days were some of my favorites because I participated.
I didn't even know.
You, on the other hand, there was one senior skip day in particular. I wake up, I know it's senior skip day. I tell my parents I'm not going to school. I'm like, no one's going. And they're like, all right, whatever, dude. It's a Friday, so it's like a 3-day weekend. I'm stoked. And I'm like, let's see what Nick's up to. Text Nick. I'm like, yo, homie, what you doing? He's like, at school. That's his reply, at school. And I'm like, you know it's like senior skip day? And his reply was, yeah, that makes sense. My classes are empty.
It was like me, the kid that you worry about, and then like the other dude that was just like, I have to be here or I fail.
It's like the one kid who has to be there because he hasn't been there all year, and then there's the kid who just had no idea what's going on. You.
That was me.
Yeah. Completely oblivious.
Like, wow, everyone's sick today. It's like,
that's crazy. I didn't even see my friends.
Even
Were
my
my
teacher-
friends sick?
I remember my teacher walked in, she was like, oh, today's senior skip day, and I was just like, smiling, just like,
I'm like, why am I here?
I know now.
I text Nick and I'm like, oh, you're at school? And he just replies, yep. I am. And I was like, that sucks.
Dude, it worked out for me. All the teachers gave extra credit, and I needed that, like, badly.
I did not. I was lucky enough that I did not need extra credit. One of the funniest skip stories I actually have, I don't think my parents know this story, and I don't know if they watched the podcast. I know my mom's, like, watched a snippet of a few of them. Don't call my mom right now. Don't call my mom. Don't do it! Dude, she's gonna be mad. Dude, I'm gonna get grounded. Psych. I don't live with her anymore.
We're adults.
I'm an adult. So my mom, like I said, I think my mom has watched like snippets of this. I don't know what my dad has seen. I know one of my dad's friend watches this though. Like he actually avidly watches these. He's
Sir.
actually really enjoyed them.
Sir, please don't, please
Jake,
don't write them out.
please don't call my parent. I don't care, Jake. Go for it. You do you, brother. So, I went to 2 schools my senior year. I went to one school for forensics and criminal justice, which if you listen to the serial killer podcast we have for true crime, actually talked about where I was building, like, we got to learn how to build, like, profiles on serial killers. It was really cool.
That's cool.
And I went to that one morning. I rode with my buddy Tyler, And we left, and Tyler's like, dude, I do not want to go back to school. And I was like, me neither. And he's like, my parents are out of town. You just want to go to my place? And I was like, yes. Yes, I do. So we went back to Tyler's place, hung out all day. About like 1:30ish, I was like, yo, school ends in about 40 minutes. Can you, like, get me close to the school? He's like, yeah, why? And I was like, because my parents are picking me up.
Oh, good planning.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I got you, bro. So he took me close to it. I snuck in through the back door, walked out front like I'd been there all day. My parents pick me up, and they're like, how was your day? And I'm like, fantastic.
It was awesome.
I learned so much, Mom.
That should have been the first giveaway.
Yeah, I learned so much. My dad would pick me up. He'd be like, you're lying. You don't pay attention. You're right, Dad. You caught me. You got me, brother. I'm caught. It was a little fun little senior skip day story for you. What else we got on this list?
We got,
we need to explain table topping before we go to snow days.
okay.
So table topping is not something I recommend. Don't do it, because you can get hurt.
Yeah, you can.
I came up with this great concept, where when you go bowling, if you notice, every time someone bowls, they walk backwards to watch their shot. They never turn around. So what you do is the second someone is lining up, when they're walking up, the second their arm goes forward to throw the ball, you slide in behind them on all fours, and they'll walk backwards and they'll just trip over you. And it's funny as hell.
Yeah, it's so funny.
So we went bowling.
Oh, God.
And I didn't tell anybody I was doing this. I learned this craft, and I was like, no one gets to know. I'm just going to do it, and everyone will watch. And then everyone started doing it. And I hadn't gotten Nick. I was being like a good friend.
A good noodle.
Yeah, I was being a good little noodle. And then I realized a really good friend would do it. For comedy.
Okay.
Like a good friend. I wanted you to feel involved.
I respect that.
Yeah, I didn't want you to feel left out, you know? That's why I did it. I was trying to be a good friend. So I decided, I'm going to get him. I slide in. I mean, I slide in like, I coming in hot. I land like an inch away from Nick. He just threw the ball. And as he's backing up, Nick has noticed that people are getting tabletopped. And he goes to turn around. And when he turns around, his shoe got caught underneath me, forcing him to turn and fall with a really hard force. And man, you just ate it.
Not coordinated enough to catch myself, Zach. You should know this by now.
That's so fucking funny. I was not expecting you to slam that hard, but man.
I didn't even hear you. Like,
ninja.
you must have, like, as soon as I threw the ball, you must have slid in, like, right as it hit.
I did.
The
I did.
timing is impeccable.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not good at a lot. I'm good at that.
What color was the ball, Zach?
Oh! Fuck you. That's what color.
My back hurts.
Yeah, good. Your back hurts? Good. I don't need my eyes to walk with my back. My eyes don't have scoliosis.
Moving on.
I didn't have a comeback. That's all I can muster. So,
knowing this knowledge,
it snowed, right? It snowed in Georgia. And snow in Georgia is pretty rare.
yeah,
It shuts down the state.
yeah, like a drop of snow.
We're fucked.
Yeah.
It's that easy. We are screwed. One drop of snow, we're like, well, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, and it just so happened our senior year was pushed back a full week because of snow.
And we had done the table topping the summer prior to senior year, so we knew about it. So it snowed. We, me, Nick, Nathan, and some other people had walked to the school because we were like, let's go to the football field and like build a snow fort or whatever, like have some fun.
Yeah.
And we're having fun, And the decision came across Nick's mind to just tabletop the hell out of me. Good God, I
came back with a vengeance.
Yeah, you really did. I got messed up. When it snows in Georgia, it's like an inch of snow and then a solid 3 inches of just ice underneath it.
Yeah.
So it's not like falling on soft ground.
No.
It's like falling on concrete.
Yeah.
And
you're right, it is.
So I'm sitting there and I'm talking to Nick, and Nathan lines up the shot behind me essentially, so Nick can push me. When you normally tabletop like that, you do like a subtle push.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I wanted you to feel included.
Oh, thank
as
you!
a good friend. I didn't want you to think I was going easy on you.
I deserved that. All right, I deserved
I
that,
decided
Shane.
that just right now.
I deserved that, Shane. I'll give you that. Touche, I deserved it. Nick doesn't do like this tiny little like haha playful push. No, like grips me by the jacket in all the force of his body, like puts me in the dirt. I mean, just I've never hit the ground harder in my life, dude. In my life. To the point that when I got up, there was an imprint in the snow, and the ice underneath it was like spiderweb cracked. I got fucked up. I'm literally laying there. Nick's laughing at me. Everyone's laughing at me. I'm sitting there shaking because I'm cold, and I'm pretty sure I have a hemorrhage going on. Pretty sure I have an aneurysm happening. And I'm just sitting there with minor brain damage. And just sitting there going, I don't think I can walk.
And then someone just comes up to you and smacks you on the back.
Yeah, and then someone comes up, you'll be fine. Boom! As hard as they can. I'm like, I hate everybody. And then in the same day, one of our friends was throwing ice balls at people.
Yeah, that was messed up.
That wasn't very cool.
I think all of us told him to stop.
We all told him to stop, and he just thought it was funny. We were like, dude, stop. Someone's going to, like, get you. And he didn't listen.
He didn't.
And he pegged me really hard on the side of the face. Like, I had a welt.
Yeah. And
I was like, well, it's time for some sweet, sweet dick-kicking revenge. And I literally kicked him in the dick. He got me, huge welt on the side of my face. And I stood up, and I was like, I'm going to get you back. You wait. And he's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, okay. And we were walking back from the I remember we were walking back from the football field.
Yeah. And
I was like real close behind him, and I took a few steps back, and I got a good little running start, and I full blown steel-toed combat boots on right in the nuts and lifted him off the ground and put him face first in the ground.
It was great.
And he was mad. Like, I'm the bad guy. My face is red and has dry blood on it. This is all I have to work with. I'm not talented, but I'm pretty, okay? This is all I got. And he ruined it.
He soiled my plan.
He soiled my beauty. I was single at the time, too. How am I going to date then?
You can't.
You can't, because I was ugly.
You need compensation.
Yeah, I compensated by kicking him in the nuts.
Yeah, it was great.
It was good times. So there's that, and then I'm looking at this list. Oh my god. We had some really fun games. One of our favorite games was Get Down, Mr. President.
That one was pretty good.
So the way this game works,
that was creative.
It was really creative. I don't know who came up with it. I really don't. It wasn't me. Someone just came to me with the idea one day, and I was like, I love it. So what you do, you get a group of your friends. The goal is to be like 5 or more. And one person will they'll just take their like index finger and they'll put it to their ear. And they'll start looking around at everybody. And then everybody will put their index finger to their ear. And the person who doesn't do it is the president. And when everyone but that person is like done it, someone just screams, "Get down, Mr. President!" And you just dogpile your friend who is the president because they did not put their finger to their ear.
It took me the longest time to catch on how not to get dogpiled.
I was swift. I never got dogpiled.
I was like, why am I always the president?
But I saw someone like itching their ear. I'm like, immediately. And then someone else would see me do it. They're like, uh-oh. I'm like, Who is it? Oh God, it's Nick again. Get him.
Just sitting there smiling. Why is everyone itching their ear?
Why is everyone itching their shit?
I was president. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me.
And then there was Ninja.
Oh,
Ninja was fun.
Ninja is still to this day fun.
I encourage everyone to play this game.
Yes.
Like this is a good game.
This is the only thing that we'll encourage in this podcast.
Yeah.
Because this is so much fun.
So you can do it. We would do it like 10, 15 people sometimes.
Yeah.
You get a big group of people, and you all stand in a close quarter circle with your hands in the beginning. And everyone goes, oh, and then everyone yells ninja and takes one full jump backwards and gets in a ninja position.
Yeah.
You cannot move that position. And whoever starts, normally you have someone who's already starting, they choose to try and hit somebody next to them in the hand.
Yeah.
If your hand gets hit, your hand goes down. Once both hands are out, you're done. But the great part about it is, so let's say me and Nick are playing and we're next to each other. If Nick goes to hit me and I have both hands just up in front of me and I move and he misses and he ends up on one leg, Nick has to remain on one leg.
Yeah.
And he has to sit there and hope to God that his equilibrium is good enough to get slapped.
Yeah.
Right in the hand.
If you want to get real crazy, you can even involve the legs.
We did involve the legs sometimes.
Yeah, because we felt like games were too short, so we're like,
screw it, legs too.
Legs too, yeah.
Try to slap your friend in the knee or something.
Yeah.
Dude, the legs got intense.
That game is so much fun.
You get a good 15 people together, it's a riot every time.
Yeah.
We never had a bad time playing Ninja.
No, that was.
There used to be pictures of me, JC, and Jaren playing Ninja, and it's a picture of me with my arm behind my back and my hand up. JC just like this, and Jaren is on the ground on his knees with both hands up. Someone had sweeped the knee of Jaren, and he was like, "I'm screwed."
You Karate Kid.
Yeah, no, we had a lot of fun. Ninja was a good time.
Ninja was good. And speaking of ninjas who are little assassins, this was my least favorite game, and I don't encourage anyone to play this game. It's called Assassin. So there was a point in time where everyone just had a Sharpie. It took me the longest time to realize, why is everyone buying Sharpies? It's because you would just go up to your friends. You could just be walking down the hall
in school,
and you would just get your Sharpie, and you would just mark your friend's throat and go assassin.
Or you would shank them in the side with it.
Yeah.
It's not a harmful game. I just don't encourage it because it's not a smart game.
If you have parents like mine.
Yeah.
And you go home with a rainbow of Sharpies on your neck, and your dad's like, you need to be focusing on school. You can't be playing this. Yeah, it's not a fun game when you're like, I have no control over this. I told them to stop. And you're just sitting there, and you're about to go pee, or you are peeing, and your friend just goes, hey man, what's up? And you're like, hey, and you're just like, assassin. I told you to stop this.
I'm not going to say that I've done that to you, but I've definitely done that to you. I did it to everybody. I had a blast. Yeah. I loved Assassin.
I never chimed in because my parents were like, don't do this. And so I was like, I'm trying not to.
I used to get Grub religiously. He was my main target. He's my best friend at the time. I mean, he's still one of my best friends, but Grub was my main target during Assassin, dude. We'd be at Sonic or something, and he's sitting there eating a burger or something, big bite in. He's just chewing, talking to someone. I sneak up behind him. I won't even say Assassin. I'd grab him by the forehead and just lean his neck back and slice it with the Sharpie 6 times. You're dead! Walk off. He's like, God damn it.
This is gonna stay on for days.
Yeah, and then we started doing the shank. That was the worst. I ruined so many damn shirts.
So many flannels were ruined.
Oh my God. I'd be in school. I'm walking down the hallway minding my business, and 2 people who I know come up next to me, and all of a sudden they're just like, what's up, man? I'm like, what's up, man? And we're just talking, and then all of a sudden in the side 6 times. I'm like, oh God! And they're like, you've been shanked. my white t-shirt's covered in red spots on my side. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah, this game was so brutal. The person behind you in class could be like, hey man, can I borrow a marker real quick? And you would never guess that he would play this game. So you're like, yeah, dude. Yeah. And so you hand it to him, and you're sitting there drawing pictures in your math book, and he would just be you just hear this creak, and he would lean over his desk and just get you, and I'd go, assassin, here's your marker back.
It turned
like,
into like
come on, man.
It turned into like a whole thing.
It was crazy.
I always got screwed with like our friends who were chicks because I never expected them to do anything. It was like they were always like, oh my god, you guys are so dumb, and then someone would recruit them and be like, get Zach.
Yeah.
I'm like hanging out with like two of our friends. Like we're all at Sonic, and they're like two of the girls that we know. Like we're like talking, laughing, mid conversation. One's like, Zach, what's on your neck? I'm like, what? They're like, Sharpie, assassin. I'm like, what? Who did? Who hired you?
Yeah. And then they just walk away and be like, haha, that was fun. And they would just say the marker to whoever hired them.
Who sent you? Just sitting there, see Grub on the back of his truck, like, I got you, bitch. Sends our friend Lindsay in. And I'm just like, I got cut. And I look, and Lindsay's like, that's so fun. Handing the marker back to Grub. Grub just sitting there looking at me like, yeah, you remember this day, punk.
No one is safe.
No one was safe. Assassin was a good game, man. I mean, good God. We had, we were young and dumb.
Yeah.
So we'll give y'all one more story. Give you one tiny story. Because it's not a young and dumb story about, like, close friends, specifically dudes, without at least one solid nut kick story. Like, a really solid one.
Oh, God.
So which one do you want? Do you want the Jack Johnson one? Do you want the water bottle nut kick story? Because they're all epic. There's some good ones.
You know what? I'll take Jack Johnson for 500.
You take Jack Johnson? All right, I'll give you Jack Johnson. So, we had gotten in this war. Someone named Nick had started this war of, like, nut tapping your friends. And you know what made it worse was when the girls got involved that we knew.
Yeah.
Just couldn't do anything about it. Except writhe around in pain.
Well, they just sat there and laughed at you.
Yeah, it wasn't fair at all.
No.
So, we were on our way to Target. It's me, Nick, and Nathan. And, we were talking smack about Jack Johnson. I don't know what happened. We were just talking smack, like being funny. Something like that. We're in Target, and then Nick got me, I mean, hardcore in the middle of Target. Like, I hit the ground in Target. I'm on the ground trying to regain my composure after the hell that was. And I decide it's time for revenge. I'm gonna get him, guys. And I'm like, all right, I'm fine. And I hear Nathan in the background laughing because while I was on the ground as well, Nathan ran up and kicked me in the ass. You remember full force in the ass. I was like, what was the point of that? So I was like, well, now they're both getting it. So I remember Nathan got really mad at me for this one. You did not. You thought it was funny. Nathan got mad, but Nathan was always mad at me. Whatever, man. So we're sitting there, we're at Target, and we're in the CD aisle, and I'm like, ooh. Idea formulated just right there in the head. And I was like, oh my god, guys, look, it's a Jack Johnson CD. And I have Nathan on my right, and Nick is on my left. Yeah, you were here, Nathan was here.
Yeah.
And you're both like, oh my god, really? Looking at the CDs, and I just went, nope. And like double fist up as high as I can, and then as hard as I can, and got you both simultaneously. You hit the ground.
It hurt
Nathan
real bad.
hit the ground. Nathan started getting mad at me. He was like, why'd you do this? And it's like, really?
I was still trying to find that Jack Johnson CD.
You really were. You got up and you're like, ugh, but where's the CD? And I'm like, there wasn't a CD. There was never a CD.
It's the double backstab.
Yeah, and then you got me back 10 seconds later.
Yeah, I did.
For no reason. Like, I retaliated.
Yeah, that's true.
I retaliated.
About it. Yeah, there's no reason.
You just decided, why not? We were outside of Target. We were about to leave, and I was smoking a cigarette. I didn't like smoking in Nick's car. I didn't want to do that to Nick. I don't smoke anymore, but at the time, I smoked a lot of cigarettes. So I'm like smoking a cigarette outside Nick's car, and we're talking, and Nick just gets this wild hair in him, and we're standing next to a cart return, and Nick just grabs the railing of this cart return and screams in this high-pitched voice, "This is war."
This is war.
Yep, that's exactly right there, just a lot louder. And jumps up and gets both feet, donkey kicks me right in the nuts.
I was thinking of Escape the Fate when I did that.
Well, you know, good for you. I can't have kids. Thank God I don't want any, but good for you. You're very welcome. Well, guys, that's it. Young and dumb.
That's us.
That's us. There might be another one of these in the future because we have a lot more stories than that.
Yeah, that's that's within like all those happened within like 6 months of each other.
Yeah, just imagine what else has happened. We've known each other since kindergarten. And those stories are from almost 10 years ago. Think about that. There's a lot more has happened since then, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. Now, before we go, I have a little bit of an announcement for everybody. If you watched our last podcast, our newest True Crimes podcast, which if you haven't, what are you doing? Why haven't you watched it yet? It's about the BTK killer. It's pretty good. Now, what you should know is we're on the road to 50 subscribers. Aren't we, Nicholas? Aren't we, Nikolai?
I guess we are, Zach.
Yep, we sure are. And I have decided, not Nick, but he's agreed to it.
I have not agreed to this.
Nah, you agreed. You agreed already. You signed the contract. We've decided, yeah, it's we've now, that when we hit 50 subscribers, we are going to be doing an embarrassing stories podcast. We will be telling really embarrassing stories about one another. Nick's very concerned because I have a story in mind that I really want to tell, but he's really concerned. And if
it's gonna happen anyway.
Yeah, it's probably gonna happen. So we'd love for you guys to help us get to 50 subscribers, and thank you guys so much for what we are at 27 now.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
As of this recording, I think so.
Thank you guys so much. We really do appreciate it. The views are doing great. We really see that you guys are enjoying this, and we're gonna keep her going with this. And again, seriously, thank you guys. This has been a lot of fun for us.
Thank you.
We hope we get to 50 so you guys can hear these embarrassing stories. And then look out for the rest of everything coming this week. So we've got some good ones coming this week.
Yeah, we got some
spicy. And make sure to look out on Sundays for our little 8 to 10 minute long videos called Weekly Updates, where we're going to just give you guys a little bit of updates on what's going on in the world. Good, bad, wrong, or right. Yeah. Every Sunday, sometime between 4 and 5, it will be out.
It will be.
So enjoy that. Enjoy these podcasts. Again, my name is Zach.
And my name is also Zach.
And don't you dare, you thought I forgot, leave this video without liking it,
Commenting,
subscribing,
sharing,
caring,
clicking that bell icon so you get notified when we upload.
And posting, what? Following us on Instagram? Was that the...
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, I haven't done the outro in like a few days.
Yeah.
I normally do it every day. Following us on Instagram, which you can do right now. What you're going to do, if you're on your laptop, you can actually go to the very top of our page where our banner is. There's a little Instagram icon. You click that, and you can follow us on Instagram. Now, if you're on your smartphone or your tablet, what's really dope, is you can go to our bio, and you can click follow on Instagram. It'll actually open your Instagram app for you because technology's dope nowadays.
Technology.
And with that, we will see you guys next time.
Podcast.